The IHWA Premier League is proudly brought to you by Champion Auto Glass, Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes, and CD Dodd, scrap metal recyclers.
And a very good evening, everyone, and welcome wherever you may be watching across Western Australia and around the world through Facebook via Front Row Screens. Tonight, it is the IHWA Premier League clash. It's round 4 action from the Cockburn Ice Arena, and it's the clash between second and third. Plenty of stakes in this matchup between two of the best attacking teams in the competition. It's the Blackhawks doing black battle with the Flyers blue. I hope you're feeling well at home and staying safe wherever you may be through this crazy time. And to get you through, you've got live sport to look forward to, and look no further than the WA Ice Hockey Premier League. The Premier Division is where it is at on a Friday night like this. It may be cold outside, but the action is going to spice up. Blackhawks second place, Flyers blue in third. It's going to be a ripping clash. The Blackhawks have Woodman and McMahon and a few other ex-Perth Thunderstars that'll be ready to shine. Woodman and McMahon, they'll be the two to watch tonight after a stellar game against the Vikings last week. And you've got the McCann boys of the Flyers blue, who scored 9 goals as a team in that win over the Chiefs last week. And speaking of the Chiefs, they are trailing 6-4 in that game against the Flyers Orange. That is at the Perth Ice Arena. And effectively, the Flyers Orange, for the moment, will retain top spot on the ladder and add a couple more goals to their goal difference. Effectively, one of these teams would need to score big tonight, and that's where their attack starts to come into play. And they've got a good attacking setup, and they've got some great players that can really get the job done. For the Blackhawks, they've got Woodman and they've got McMahon. Even Caden Golds, who scored a couple in the last 2 games, will be looking to penetrate that attacking zone. And for the Flyers blue, also with the same win-loss record, 2-1, they've got Jordan Kiros, who scored a couple against the Flyers Orange 2 weeks ago. You've got Stephen McCann, who is a very courageous goalie. And then you've got Sam Wilson and Ben Brilt, who will be looking to work hard on the defensive end as well. Interesting game as we take a look, as we give you the ladder after round 3, and we got round 4 action at the moment. The Flyers Orange, before this game, top spot on the ladder on goal difference, and then it is the Blackhawks in second, Flyers blue in third, Sharks fourth, Vikings in fifth, and the Chiefs yet to taste a victory at the moment, as we are almost set to get underway in this matchup. We've got a nice, decent turnout here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Good atmosphere here for some Friday night hockey during this winter time here in Western Australia. And a lot of action is in store tonight. The referees tonight, of course, there are 2 of them during a Premier League ice hockey game. And of course, expect a little more than just a little bit of physicality tonight. Things are going to get very, very interesting. And what would you expect for a team that is going up for top spot on the ladder? 2 teams gunning for effective top spot on the ladder, depending on what the Flyers Orange do in that last period over at the Perth Ice Arena. We've got some very strong depth in both those sides tonight. Speaking to a couple of the members of the public, and they were saying expect plenty of goals in this one. Well, I certainly hope so, given that they scored 7 and 9 goals respectively last week. So maybe this one could be another high-scoring affair. Now remember, as a result of the new requirements and rules for the IHWA, 20-minute periods for the first and second, and then the third and final one will be 15 minutes. Blackhawks are just getting set on the ice. Starting up for bringing up the Blackhawks side tonight. Of course, we've got Jamie Woodman, who will be starting up. We're about to get underway. Puck's up in the centre. And starting things off will be Cox and Graham as we are underway. Blackhawks versus the Vikings, round 4 clash. Second place at stake. Bounce pass off the boards. Cox under a little bit of pressure there from Grover. And now the Blackhawks back into attack, but intercepted brilliantly there by the Flyers blue, going towards the neutral zone. Kiros now. Kiros looking for the slap towards goal and misses. That's off the board. And the Blackhawks will be able to recover with the odd man rush through Grover. Grover pressurised there, but able to back up there is Campbell and Paul Graham. Graham flick past to Woodman, a short one. Huge slap shot there, but misses. And now back into the attacking side for the Blackhawks. Here's Grover. Short pass out to Woodman. The shot there. Going for the back pass. Back into that neutral zone. Now the Blackhawks are into attack. Here's Woodman with the long shot. And there was the odd man back there was Casey Minson. But his shot intercepted brilliantly there by Jamie Campbell. And now the Flyers blue are back into their defensive zone. They're looking to get back neutral with a few extra players down the back of the puck. Loose shot there. A pretty hard pass that was there. A little poke chip over the back. But the Flyers blue have got fewer numbers alongside the puck. Here's McMahon. His slap shot still away from the boards. And the Flyers blue are able to get in. Nirich under a bit of pressure from Woodman and Grover. And now the Blackhawks looking to get the puck back into that neutral zone now. But the Flyers blue are pushing forward here. But some beautiful puck work by the Blackhawks is picked off brilliantly there by Jeffries. Jeffries going back into the centre. Slaps it long out towards that attacking zone. Going from behind the goals. Line pass towards Wilson. Wilson under pressure now there from Hammond. Nice little back check there. Not sure if that was intended for McMahon, but this time Nurich makes the intercept for the Flyers blue. But 3 Blackhawks are around that attacking zone and defending quite brilliantly. They've got 5 in that defensive half. Neal looking for 2. Doesn't get it. 2 in 2 games. Wasn't able to get that one. Flyers blue under a little bit of pressure now. They're able to get it out there through Nurich. Nurich going back into that attacking zone. Checked hard on the body there by Casey Minson. That's what we want to see, some physicality. And now the Blackhawks are under pressure. They've got 3 on 2 around that attacking third. Here they go again. Here's Woodman. Woodman in top form so far this season. Gets a little flick pass from behind. Gets it back there now from Cuthbert. And now they're away. But 3 Flyers blue around that neutral zone. A little poke chip there out towards the attacking zone, but only as far as 2 Blackhawks. One of them was Caden Goulds. They're looking to fly around Minson. Here's Woodman. Woodman holding the puck brilliantly through the neutral zone, attacking hard, makes the shot and misses. That one goes wide. He's picking it up off the boards there against the fellow Blackhawk there in Lamb. Or the fellow Flyer blue, I should say, in Lamb. Nurich running around, brilliantly done. Skates it and controls the puck well. Nurich under pressure. Scrambling for it, running around. Saved brilliantly by Minson. Second shot there. Cuthbert was able to protect the goalkeeper for the Blackhawks there. Brilliantly done in defence by Minson, making 2 very good saves. And that would mean a face-off on the Flyers blue attacking side. 4 minutes into this first period, still 0-0. Both sides eager for that first goal in the match. Many sides had expected to be a high-scoring affair, but these first 4 minutes it's been quite steady. Lamb, long shot, long poke over the goals. Another poke by the goalkeeper. Goes only as far as Wilson for the Flyers blue. Now they're going from the odd man rush. Jeffries under pressure. Another poke chip going back to Jeffries. He's been in the thick of things so far. A little bit of stick checking there going on between both those players. But the puck goes away to Nurich. Back into that defensive zone. They're looking to move the puck round here quite slowly. Here's Wilson. Wilson pokes it back and the goalie illegally poked that one in, and that would mean another face-off. And that was the Blackhawks' first shot on target for this first period. It's been quite steady for both these teams. Both these sides fighting for second place on the ladder. The Flyers orange, they'll look to get closer to a win against the Chiefs. They were leading 4-6 on the last check in the last period, and they'll look to retain top spot on the ladder. But here tonight, it's the Flyers blue with possession of the puck once again. Lamb out to Jeffries, back into the neutral zone. Brilliantly picked off there by Campbell. Campbell going back now. A nice back pass out there to Grover. Brilliantly done there by Goulds, making the pick-off. Can he score? No, he doesn't. Brilliantly saved there by keeper McCann. He'll be one to watch tonight for his courage and reflexes. The puck goes back into that attacking zone for the Flyers blue. Jeffries, 2-on-1 there against Campbell and Graham. Well controlled there by Graham. And now Jeffries has got a little bit of backup behind the goals. And that puck gets loose out towards the boards. It doesn't bounce off. Blind pass, if you don't mind. And another brilliant blind pass to Jeffries. Jeffries going around 3 Blackhawks. Does he get it? No! Ambitious shot it was. Lamb picks it up again. Cox and Reese. Hard shot there, bouncing off the plexiglass. And now it's a one-on-one. McMahon, great blind pass. But again, picked off by the number 3 for the Blackhawks. And that was David Koala. And that'll be another penalty. And another face-off in the Flyers' blue attacking zone. They've spent most of the time in their attacking zone. They've been able to come forward and push forward for defence and pressurise the Blackhawks into making some errant passes. And they've done it well at the moment. Another face-off here. Cox winning that one. Backward blind pass there from Cox. And now it's a one-on-one. Winning that one out is Minson. And now the Blackhawks are back with control. Going back to the neutral zone. Woodman does it brilliantly. Great control of the puck. Woodman looking for McMahon. He does get it. McMahon makes the shot. Another great save by McCann. And the second shot also saved by McCann. And now the Flyers blue. Oh, almost a little bit of stick checking or tripping. Long shot there by Mills. And that'll mean another face-off. And that's the Blackhawks' 4th shot on target, including their 3rd in a row. So they've had a little bit of momentum go back their way. A few changes made there at the moment. Wilson coming back on for the Flyers blue. And we'd like to thank our partners over at CD Dodd for supporting this broadcast. Of course, it's all broadcast on Facebook via Front Row Screens and also broadcast on DRN1. We thank you for joining us on this Friday night here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. Jeffries picks it off. Passes out. Back to Nurich. Nurich passes out back to Jeffries, but he's under pressure, almost heavily checked there by Campbell. Trying very hard, but almost getting back on the ice. Towards the neutral zone. Woodman picks it off. Almost checked there by Wilson. Brilliantly checked there by Nurich. They're getting a little bit physical here, but you've got to take the risks in these games. Neal looking to go back. It's a 3-on-1 scramble for it. It ends up in the hands of Wilson. The puck comes loose towards that offensive third for the Flyers blue. No icing called there. Good call by the ref. They're letting it go on. Hammond has control. Nice forward pass. Good work. The path there going towards Davidson. Picked off by Koala for the Flyers blue, and now they get it back. He's got Wilson in support in the neutral zone. Doesn't go. He elects to go himself, and it looks like there's some offside there. And that'll mean another face-off. And that'll go closer to centre ice. Face-off between Jeffries and Graham. Graham wins that one. But with the possession is the Flyers blue. The hard slap shot there was by number 7. And brilliantly saved there by Liam Minson. That shot came through at high speed there, but Minson with good enough reflexes to make the save. And that saves the Blackhawks from conceding the first goal. We've gone nearly 10 minutes in this first period. No score. Another face-off win for the Blackhawks. Now passing from behind out towards Goulds. Goulds with a little chip over the top, but only as far as Koala. Koala fighting hard there. He's under pressure. Good stick checking by the Blackhawks. They go back into their attacking zone. But David Koala was able to pick that off brilliantly. Going from behind. Poking that one hard towards the glass. And now for the Flyers blue, it's Andrew Cox. Going back with a loose blind pass. His target there was Cox, but he was blocked. And now the Blackhawks going from behind the goals. Mills. Nice pass out towards Graham. Going through that neutral zone. They're in attack again, the Blackhawks. Looking for the shot. It was an ambitious one. And now the Blackhawks get that puck loose. Bouncing off the boards. Back towards centre ice. Woodman just freezing it at the moment. Just killing some time. Looking for the right opportunity. But he went for that block pass towards a 2-on-1. And the Flyers blue are able to get back into attack now. Nurich looking to centre it. To the path of Jeffries. Comes loose. Wilson, the first to meet it. But gets picked off brilliantly there by the Blackhawks. Meeting Cox. Long slap shot. That was an ambitious one. Didn't look like going through the goals. Flies blue again. Through the centre ice. Anthony Nurich now. Nurich centering it towards Wilson. Wilson from the wing. But brilliantly picked off again by Woodman and McMahon. The Blackhawks defence looking good tonight. Woodman almost tripped up while making the shot. No score there this time, but able to on the intercept is Cuthbert. Cuthbert with the flick out towards Goulds. Goulds has got Woodman open. He goes in that direction. Long chip shot. Doesn't make it. Good defence again by the Flyers Blue, but look at how the two Blackhawks are just staying there as loose targets. Should the Flyers Blue try and get it long out of their defensive zone. That's smart play. Oh, that was a missed one there from Casey Minson. That was an easy opportunity. The puck comes loose. That allows Nurich to go on the open path, looking for the shot. He's under pressure from two Blackhawks. Here's Jamie Woodman fighting it off for the Blackhawks. That's a third shot on target now for the Flyers Blue, and all of them have missed. Cox going from centre ice. Koala almost tripped up. Almost had his stick checked there from his opposition. Goes for goal. He was looking for the pass there. Long shot, and that's a goal! That's the first one of the evening. That looked as though it came through Andrew Cox. Long slap shot on the attacking zone, making it count, and that's the first one for the Flyers Blue. And that's the start that they were after. And so it's 1-0 to the third place Flyers Blue at the moment. 8 minutes left in this first period. Broadcast thanks to our partners at CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers. Great to have them on board for 2020. Cox wins the face-off. And the Flyers Blue get it back towards their territory. Here's Koala. Good centre pass towards centre ice to Kiros. Looking for a second shot. Looking for a second in just the space of a minute. Brilliantly saved by Minson with the leg pads. The Blackhawks getting it out of that defensive zone. Well handled there by Goulds, taking back control. Just freezing into that defensive zone at the moment. Busts his way through towards centre ice. Goulds loses control momentarily, but is able to get it back. He's got Hammond in support. He goes in that direction, bouncing off the walls. Almost bouncing off the ref too. And now Jamie Campbell. Getting it back to Koala. This is where they like to set up from that defensive zone. They're back into attack. Koala goes for goal. Brilliantly saved by Minton once again as it bounces off the walls. And the Blackhawks, they've tried everything they can to get into that attacking zone at the moment, but pressure in defence like that from Andrew Cox has stopped the Blackhawks in their tracks for the moment. Intercepted brilliantly by Campbell. Doesn't get the goal to stick. A little bit unlucky there because that was a big opportunity there, possibly one of their best in this first period, considering that they've had 5 shots on target. Here's Woodman. Skating through centre ice. He's got Campbell in support. Doesn't go. He's looking for the shot. Does he get it? He does, yes. Ambitious shot it was indeed by Woodman, but he made it stick, and he gets the quick reply for the Blackhawks, just what they needed. Setting up from defence brilliantly. Woodman skated through centre ice, controlling the puck brilliantly, and got the goal that he was after. So it's 1-1 now. That reply coming 2 minutes after the Flyers Blue scored the first. And that was Jamie Woodman, the Perth Thunderstar. A little bit of fan support here for Jamie Woodman. He's quite a popular figure at the Blackhawks, and no wonder. So that's Woodman's first. The Blackhawks get the response, and another face-off is won by the Blackhawks. Nurich. Flyers Blue back into that attacking third. Nice high chip towards Lamb. Looking to be picked off by Wilson. Wilson gets the flick out towards Jeffries. Jeffries scrambling for the puck, and Minson with the dive. Sacrificing himself to save that one, and he did it brilliantly, and that'll mean a face-off. Score is 1-1. Just over 5 minutes left in this opening period. Broadcast thanks to Front Row Screens, broadcasting on Front Row Screens via Facebook and DRN1 Perth Radio. Woodman, quick pass out to Graham. Graham going through centre ice with a long shot. Getting first to it is Lamb on the defensive zone. Look out by Woodman and Graham. Bouncing off the walls there towards that neutral zone. And the Blackhawks meet it again. Goulds Casey Minson going back to centre ice now. Graham. And there's a couple of changes on the go for the Blackhawks. Minson briefly pulling out of the box there, but allowing Goulds to find a path to get the Blackhawks back into that neutral zone. Koala going around two Blackhawks there. He does it brilliantly. He's got good speed, almost tripped up, and an accidental check there at the expense of Cut, but luckily they're okay. These ice hockey players are tough as nails, no doubt about that. But the loose puck allows McMahon to have an opportunity. Goes for the shot with the left hand, and brilliantly saved by Stephen McCann, and that would mean another face-off. Face-off this time. It's going to be McMahon versus Cox, and a little bit of stick checking there. The referee spotting that brilliantly. And we'll have a second chance at this face-off. This time it's won by Cox. Koala at the back. Going behind the goals now. Brilliantly set up on defence there by the Blackhawks to pick it off. Koala and Jeffries combining. Hammond coming up to meet that one. Here's McMahon under pressure. That was just coming off the side of the stick. Koala with a long pass out there to Cox. Cox is going to be looking for his second here. Goes through two Blackhawks, but was pressurised there. Looking for the shot at goal there was Jeffries. That one just coming off the goals, but not sticking. Cuthbert now. Headmanning the puck. Makes the shot with the left hand. Doesn't get it. But now the Flyers Blue have an opportunity to clear out of there again. Cox brilliantly headmanning it. Nice body check there from Edward Mead and Cox. And the Blackhawks are able to reward themselves with the puck. A good exhibition of pressure being shown by both teams. 1-1. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining. 2 3/4 minutes remaining, I should say. McMahon with the block pass there. His target there was Goulds. He eventually gets it. Headmanning it now through centre ice. Going for the shot. A little bit high there. Bouncing off the plexiglass. And now Nurich controlling that one. Goes out towards Kiros. Kiros headmanning it brilliantly through centre ice. Going into attack. The Flyers Blue would love a second on the stroke at the end of the first period. The shot just comes off the goalkeeper's hands there. Nurich trying to control it. Nice little chip over the top towards the attacking zone. Not obliging for the Blackhawks at the moment. They're under a bit of pressure here. Little backhander to Jeffries on the attack. Under pressure from the Blackhawks again. It's 2-on-1 in favour of the Flyers Blue. Nurich controlling it brilliantly. A little bit of stick checking going on the wing. Rover and Campbell. Now Casey Minson. Headmanning it through the attacking third. Makes the shot and misses again. So that's their 7th shot on target now. They're really having to go at it hard, both these teams. Jeffries. Stick check there by a few of the Blackhawks players, but Jeffries is able to get it back. Koala providing support. Long shot, doesn't get it. Wilson. Nice little backward flick to Koala, but Jeffries was there in support. Brilliantly saved by Minson. Wilson getting it back again. Long shot there. Gold. No, he doesn't get it. That was very, very close indeed. Jamie Campbell. Looking for the pass from behind the goals. Wilson going in back. Wilson to Koala. Koala looking to go back to Wilson, but good body checking there from Woodman. Woodman able to control it brilliantly. He's got Campbell in support. That's where he goes. Looking for the shot. And that's brilliantly saved there by McCann. And that would mean another face-off here. We've just got about half a minute left in this opening period. 1-1 is the scoreline. It's been a very good contest thus far. A lot of pressure in this clash. Both these teams fighting for outright second place. 20 seconds left as this will most likely be the last face-off of the period. The face-off being won by the Blackhawks. Here's Hammond going for the long slap. Only as far as Koala for the Flyers Blue. Splits between two Blackhawks there. Good acceleration from the skates. Doesn't get it. Almost would have been a great reward just before the end of the first period. Campbell looking to go out wide to Grover. This will be on the buzzer. No, he won't make it in time. And that is the end of the first period. A very physical and tight first period here at the Cockburn Ice Arena, where it's the Blackhawks even with the Flyers Blue at 1 goal each.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena, to all our viewers on Facebook Live via Front Row Screens and our listeners through DRN1 Perth Radio. This broadcast brought to you by our friends at CD Dodd, Scrap Metal Recyclers. The score is 1-1 at the moment between the Flyers and the Blackhawks. Very physical, very tight encounter early on, as you would expect for these sides ranked to take out the title in 2020. Blackhawks going on the breakaway only in the last few minutes, only to be unrewarded through some brilliant defence there by Stephen McCann on goals tonight, providing a few courageous saves for the Flyers Blue, as well as Liam Minson on the Blackhawks goals. A lot of good plays there by Woodman. The goal scorer is there for the first period. Andrew Cox scoring first for the Flyers Blue. About 5 or 6 minutes into that first period, and then a couple of minutes after, you had Jamie Woodman scoring the response for the Blackhawks. This will look to be an excellent second period, and this is where both these sides come into their best in attack. The Flyers Blue had a big second period last week, and the Blackhawks also had a big second period last week against the Vikings. Both scored 5 unanswered goals in that second period, so whoever can come out the best in this second period will be likely to steer the course their way into victory. What the Blackhawks can't do against this Flyers Blue side is allow them to keep going on the breakaway, going into goal unimpeded by any Blackhawks defenders. That's what the Flyers Blue would also need to do, because they've got a good attack. Where will their defence be when their team is conceding the breakaway against the Blackhawks? So here we go, second period underway. Cox winning that face-off for the Flyers Blue, going only as far as Nurich. Nurich with a nice high chip, only going as far as Goulds for the Blackhawks. Liam Minson's pulled out of his box there, but was able to provide some backup for the Blackhawks. Grover and Campbell trying very hard. Goulds with a long slap. And he was just waiting for the icing, but not willing to take the risk there with for the Flyers Blue. Now Nurich going on the breakaway towards goal, but was impeded there brilliantly there by Hammond. Hammond with a long shot. Does he make it onto the goals? Nope. But now from the back, here's Hammond. Going back towards that neutral zone. Hard shot there from Jamie Campbell, but that one doesn't stick. Puck bouncing off the walls now. Campbell again with another assist. Minson, a good last second save. And now just freezing the puck out, the Flyers Blue. Just going to control it and wait for their next opportunity. Here's Cox, the man who scored that first goal earlier on. Cox going towards the wing. Shot there by Nurich. Minson on his knees with a brilliant save. Back to the neutral zone. And now David Koala from the defensive goals. Long pass, a brilliant long pass. Nurich. Now Jeffries. Jeffries from the wing, centering the puck towards Wilson. Almost there. And now the Blackhawks looking to go on the breakaway here. Here's McMahon. He's going to make the long shot to his left. Brilliantly saved by McCann. And that almost was a big opportunity rewarded there for the Blackhawks to take the lead. Now the game is really upping itself in its pace, as you would expect. Nurich this time. Going through the opposition. Here's Wilson to Jeffries from the wing. Jeffries going back to Wilson. Controlling it well with the skates. Hard shot and saved by Minson. And that will mean another face-off. Just under 18 minutes left in this second period. 7 to 6 shots on target. Not a lot of penalties here. This has been a very good standard game. Jeffries for the Flyers Blue in the face-off. He wins that one. He goes out back to Lamb. Long shot, picked off the legs there by Cuthbert, but the Flyers Blue have more from the defence. But the block pass by Nurich allows the Blackhawks to have an opportunity, but it's short-lived because Wilson picks it up. Going through centre ice. The pass out to Nurich on the right-hand side. Wilson going back to Nurich. He's got 3 Blackhawks to defend from. But they get that loose puck to go to Koala, and the Flyers Blue again taking control. Wilson from centre ice now. Just freezing it a little bit, looking for some opportunities. They don't want to risk any turnovers in this vital stage. Pass going towards that attacking zone. A little bit of stick checking there from Cox, but effective. And Cox spinning round. But McMahon picking that one off brilliantly. And that's going to allow the Blackhawks to get numbers back into that defensive zone. High chip from McMahon. And now he takes control. Going through Jeffries. Long shot, centering the puck. Now target was at Mead, Cox looking for goal, but that was blocked off brilliantly by the Flyers Blue. Nurich. Nurich is looking for Campbell and Wilson for support. Uses Campbell as a decoy there. Nurich skating through brilliantly on the breakaway. Going from behind. He's got Cox in support. It's blocked off. And now McMahon goes for the wild slash, bouncing off the walls back into that defensive third. And now David Koala controlling it brilliantly. Nice pass there out towards Campbell, but Minson providing the last save. Oh, heavy check there, Nurich. Nurich there on Blake Cuthbert there. That's what you want, a little bit of body-on-body action. Jeffries now from centre ice to Nurich, under pressure from Woodman. Woodman, nice work with the stick, allowing the intercept to be made. But the Flyers Blue were right there just when you need them. Koala, little high chip. Jeffries was able to pick that one off. Skating through centre ice. He's got 4 to contend with. He's going to look for the long shot with the left. No, he decides to make a change in direction, make the path easier for him. Goes to the right, doesn't get it. Well saved by Minson. High chip there from Richie Lamb. Doesn't get it either. And now the Blackhawks steering back control from the defensive zone. They're now in attack. McMahon goes for it. Lovely save by McCann. He had good awareness to make that save. And now it's a face-off. It'll be a face-off on that attacking zone for the Blackhawks. Jeffries winning that one for the Flyers Blue. And now Lamb from the defence. Gets it back to Jeffries, but that pass blocked. Gould, brilliantly picked off there by Nurich. Is he going to go for it? No. Brilliantly defended at the last minute by Hammond. Hammond to Jeffries. Going to Nurich. Goes for the shot. Picked off again by the Blackhawks defence, and Minson is able to hold on to that one, and that will mean another face-off. Face-off on the attacking zone for the Flyers Blue. We've gone 6 minutes in this second period. In round 4's clash in the IHWA Premier League. Flyers Blue and the Blackhawks battle for second place. Hammond slapping that one out of the defensive third. High chip there from Lamb. Doesn't get anywhere. But Forrest Mills is able to meet that one for the Blackhawks. Now with the long slap towards Woodman. Woodman's pass miscontrolled. And now it's Andrew Cox. Cox from the attacking third. Shoots, and Minson again with a brilliant save, hanging on to that one. And that will mean another face-off on that attacking zone for the Flyers Blue. Another face-off again. This time it's Jordan Campbell winning that one for the Blackhawks. Going behind the goals. Now towards the wing. Looking for some space. McMahon's pass out towards Liam Campbell was picked off brilliantly. It's Campbell versus Campbell. But Flyers Blue, Campbell winning that battle. And David Koala gets the pass in, but behind the goals. Bouncing off the walls. Getting that one back to Jordan Campbell. Brilliantly controlled there by number 7 for the Flyers Blue. And now they're into attack again. The shot. Minson again with the save. Bruce Ross making the shot there. Ineffective. Graham skating through the attack. Hard check there. That was Woodman, I should say, on Koala. Woodman again getting body checked hard there by Cox. The physicality starting to come in now. Cox responds back. Cox intercepts that pass. And now the Blackhawks back into attack now, but that blind pass picked off brilliantly for the Flyers blue. Kiros into attack, going for the shot. He shoots. No, he doesn't get it, but lovely slide in defence at the last moment there from Isaac Davidson to save his team from a certain goal. That one nearly over the boards, and that would mean a penalty. And there'll be a few changes for both sides. 4 new players coming into the Blackhawks side. One of them there being Zane Neal, and the other being Ethan Savage, I believe. Nope, it's Caden Goulds. Caden Goulds, Cuthbert, and also McMahon staying on. McMahon getting that one out of the face-off. Going through the Flyers' blue defence. Bouncing off the wall. McMahon controls. Good change in direction. Centering the puck towards the goals. No good. Now Hammond through control. Shooting from the corner. That one no good either. Nurich with a high chip. And that's a good one, because the Flyers blue are getting it back into their attacking zone. Jeffries now. Jeffries under pressure from Goulds. Goulds good work in defence, but controlled by Wilson from the wing. Playing that one off the boards and controlled by Meddon Cox only as far as Nurich. Nurich shooting that one from the corner. That one's no good either. Still 1-1. 11 minutes to go in this second period. Any goal here will be vital with the way this game's being played at the moment. Very tight, very defensive. Big check there from Nurich. That one on Cuthbert. And now the Flyers blue back towards the attack. Here's Wilson. High chip going into the path of Jeffries, but McMahon was the first to meet it. And now McMahon getting that slash out to Meddon Cox. He hasn't got options to pass though, but brilliantly well saved on his knees was Stephen McCann. Flyers blue have another opportunity to clear out. Getting first that one is Goulds, checked hard by Lamb, but the Flyers blue have got some support. Here's Wilson, combining with Nurich. Splitting between 3 Blackhawks there. Wilson on his knees with a flick, but that one blocked brilliantly there by Davidson. Davidson and Goulds looking for some support. The Blackhawks have got 4 around the puck, and they were able to convert off that contest through McMahon. McMahon now, out to Campbell. Campbell getting that one back to McMahon. Long shot. That one doesn't get it. That large slap shot there doesn't pay dividends, unfortunately. But the Flyers blue through their defence, clearing that one out. Woodman, a little bit of stick checking there between himself and Nurich as that puck goes behind the goals off the walls. Davidson this time. Neal clearing out towards centre ice. Now they're in that attacking zone again. His pass blocked brilliantly by Jamie Campbell. A few blocks from both sides tonight. Now Stephen McCann just making the save and getting his Flyers blue side clear. Koala again. Long shot there, and there's icing, yes. And that will mean a face-off on the Blackhawks attacking zone as a result of that icing call. The refs getting it spot on as usual tonight. Grover and Cox. Grover winning that one out for the Blackhawks. McMahon looking for the slap. Almost towards the goals, but brilliantly saved on his knees by McCann. Koala this time. Koala breaking free. Towards Cox again. Cox making the shot off the slapstick there from Jeffries. And getting free there is Liam Campbell for the Blackhawks. Woodman going to go behind the goals. He passes it out to the wing. Graham. They're looking to go to that strong side of the rink. They go to the centre, but that doesn't prove effective. Nurich being the first to it, going behind the goals. Nurich, nice high chip, very smart play too. Out to Kiros. Kiros going in unmanned through centre ice. Going to look for the slap. Does he get it? No! Again, Minson with the save. Magnificent job he's done on the goals tonight so far. And that will mean a face-off on the Flyers' blue attacking zone. Just under 8 minutes left in this second period. Still 1-1. 7th score on target for the Blackhawks, for the Flyers blue, I should say. 7 shot on target. And so they'll be equal with them on the shots on target tonight. Face-off being won there by Jeffries, who lunges forward at that one. But the puck goes to centre ice, and the Blackhawks have a favourable opportunity. Graham, he's got Campbell in support, doesn't go in that direction. And another shot missed. No good, that one. Slap shot there from Goulds. That one picked off, loses the stick. Nirich now making the most of that one. His high chip shot doesn't get to the goals. Now Jeffries has another chance, but manned up brilliantly by McMahon. Per Thunderstar. His pass blocked. And now the Flyers blue picking it off brilliantly. Jeffries and Wilson looking for that one, and there's some obstruction, I reckon. Yes, there was. And that would mean a face-off, I think. Minson, courageous attempt in making the save there. He did it well. Lamb and Nurich going to the bench to have a bit of a spell. No plays in the penalty box so far, which has been good. A good standard of this matchup. Jeffries winning that face-off. A little bit of body checking there. But Jeffries winning that one out for the Flyers blue. Koala. He's looking to go for the slap shot there, but was brilliantly picked off. But the Flyers blue were able to meet that one through Wilson. Wilson going to the wings to Koala, making the shot again. Minson with the save. Heavy body contact, but a large slash there from McMahon is getting that one back into that defensive zone. And Koala is the recipient of that. Breaking free towards centre ice. He's got Wilson in support. Doesn't go in that direction. Koala looking for the shot. Brilliantly picked off by Cuthbert. Cuthbert going back to centre ice, and that's where the Flyers blue were able to control it through Campbell. Campbell and Nurich. Flyers blue need a steadier. They need to rest the momentum back. It's been 15 minutes since we've had our last goal. Woodman slaps it hard towards the sticks. Doesn't get it. Campbell, long slash, brilliantly passed towards Nurich. Kiros, I should say. Kiros looking for that one. Minson working hard. Good stick save. And now the Blackhawks again back into attack. Goulds, nice stick handling with the puck. Going for the shot. That one goes wide. No good. Bouncing off the walls. That's going to allow number 15 in Casey Minson to control. He's under pressure there from Cox. Looking to check. Doesn't get it. But Minson brilliantly done. Good control of the puck, but picked off by Nurich, allowing Cox with the opportunity. Nice little back flick out towards number 7 in Bruce Ross. Kiros looking for the slash. Saved again by Minson. And now the Blackhawks from defensive ice. Here's Neal towards Campbell. Now back to Neal. High off the goals. That one no good either. Jeffries and Woodman. And now Ross for the Flyers blue, looking for the shot. That one bounces off the boards. 1-on-1. Coming up to meet there is number 7 there in Davidson. Davidson to Grover and Neal. Neal under pressure there. Nurich for the high chip. That one's picked off easily there by Hammond. Nurich again with the high chip. Well handled there by Hammond. Hammond and Wilson. Now Cox. Picked off by Woodman again. Now he's just going to freeze it for a moment while going behind the goals. Under pressure from Cox. But going through unmanned. Through centre ice. 1-on-1. Nice change in direction. Hard check there. He went down like a sack of spuds there, did Woodman, after that check from Nurich, but he's all right. Scrambling for the puck. Loose shot there coming from McMahon. Doesn't get it. The pressure building for both sides in this game. We haven't had a score in this second period. I mean, in the context of this matchup, first goal since that first period will be essential. Lamb. That one bouncing off the walls. Wilson controlling from center ice. Wilson's pass just evading Nurich there. And the Blackhawks could control. Almost a little slip up there from Woodman. But he's able to control and get that one off the boards. Now Grover. And the Flyers blue are able to get on the attack again. Almost picked off. Jeffries. Through centre ice. He's on attack now. Looking for the shot. Under pressure from Hammond. Hammond controls it well. Good stick checking. Jeffries and Wilson. They're needing support, but they're not getting it on the wings at the moment because the Blackhawks have had too many numbers there in that particular passage. But the Flyers blue through Koala. releasing Jeffries from the centre ice. He's got Wilson in the open. Elects to go to Koala. From the wings, just freezing it back at the moment from that defensive zone. Nice pass to Campbell. Releasing Kiros through centre ice. Splits between two Blackhawks. Wilson again, looking for the flick. He elects to open up some space. Koala's unmanned, looking for the shot, and he scores! A magnificent goal from Koala, unmanned with the long slap shot, and that puts the Flyers Blue back in the lead. Koala's goal there, just what they wanted in response. After a very tight second period, no goal was scored in the first 18 minutes, but at such a crucial time, Koala with a hard shot, unmanned, making it count and giving his Flyers Blue back the lead. Can the Blackhawks respond just before the end of the second period? They need to. Cuthbert picked off there by Koala. And now the puck is back on that Flyers Blue attacking third. They're pushing forward to defend now. They're taking that risk. Koala does it again. He's been good tonight. Koala, can he get another one? Unmanned, 2-on-1. Gets the short pass to Kiros. Looking for the shot. Scramble for it. Brilliantly saved there by Minson. And the Blackhawks can get clear. We're into the last minute of this second period. Cuthbert, centre pass. Picked off brilliantly by Campbell. 2-on-1. Blackhawks needing some support. But Cox is able to get it forward. Kiros slapping it hard there. Brilliant save again by Minson. And now McMahon. McMahon to Goulds. And Cuthbert through the wings. Off the boards. Looking for the loose one. Goulds. Long shot. Nice save there by McCann. And that will mean a face-off. He was able to hang on to that one quite brilliantly. And that would mean another face-off and a few changes for both sides. Last half minute of this second period. Flyers Blue getting a crucial goal there from Koala, David Koala, within 90 seconds before the end. And that has given the Flyers Blue a good lead, 2-1, just before the end of this second period. Here's the face-off. Too close to call in that one, but have a look at Nurich there. He was unmanned, but it was a 2-on-1. Minson pulled out of his box. But luckily, Woodman there was able to provide support and save the Blackhawks from conceding another goal. But that's the end of the second period. It was very tight for most of it, but 2 minutes before the end, David Koala getting a crucial one for the Flyers Blue to give them the lead 2-1 with 1 period to go here at the Cockburn Ice Arena. We'll be back shortly.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena. We're at the second period break here, and what's been a very tight contest thus far on Friday night ice hockey action, broadcast on Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio. It is 2-1 in favour of the Flyers Blue in this battle for second place on the ladder. In the game just earlier, we had the Flyers Orange defeat the Chiefs in a remarkable comeback, 5-1. They came from behind from, and the Flyers Orange were able to win that game and outright secure top spot on the ladder for the moment. And judging by they scored 6-4, they'll have a positive boost on the goal difference. So effectively, the winner of the Blackhawks Flyers Blue clash tonight will be equal on top of the ladder, but will be second place on goal difference with a 3-1 record. Those goals being scored, Andrew Cox scored first for the Flyers Blue some 6 minutes into that first period. But then 2 minutes later, Woodman, the Perth Thunderstar, with the response, was able to level up through some good, solid offense by the Blackhawks. But then, with the hard slap shot, David Koala, just minutes before the end of the second period, was able to take back the lead for the Flyers Blue in what was a remarkable slap shot, unmanned from point-blank range. As the Zamboni, hard at work there, getting a new sheet of ice ready for the third and final period. Just want to remind you that live and local sport is back for season 2020. We've got loads of stuff coming your way in the next 6 to 12 months, so watch this space, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to be absolutely captivated by the front row screens coverage that we've put together for you. You are going to be blown out of your minds with plenty of local sport coming your way. But of course, we've got ice hockey every Friday night, bringing your appetite for live and local sport back after this 3-month shutdown. And we want to thank you, the people of WA, that made this happen by staying safe, following the right protocols and doing the right thing through this time. Some thoughts on the game here. The Blackhawks, yes, they've been able to, get some good opportunities in attack, but when they've been able to get on the breakaway, they haven't been able to convert their opportunities. They have got players like Cuthbert, Woodman and McMahon that are good in attack, but through the Flyers Blue defence that have been ruthless all night, they just haven't been able to convert their opportunities. On the other side of that coin, the Flyers Blue have been magnificent on their offense. They've got 2 goals. They're in the lead. It's just reward for their tempo of the game. They've been able to control the tempo for most of that second period. Even though the first may have been a little bit difficult in the first few minutes where no goal was scored, it was very defensive to see who would assert that lot of momentum first. But as it turns out, it is the Flyers Blue that are stuck to their guns at the moment. They have been a good attacking side throughout this season so far. 20 shots on target to 12. So that may make a big difference at the end of the game when the last 15-minute period expires at the end of this match. And just remember, in the earlier game, the Flyers Orange were able to get a good win over the Chiefs, and the Flyers Orange will have top spot on the ladder regardless of the other games tonight because of their positive goal difference, and they were able to add in 6 goals and only concede 4, and so that gets a 2-goal boost for them on their goal difference. So the Flyers Orange will be very happy tonight over at the Perth Ice Arena. We'd also like to thank our broadcast partner, CD Dodds Scrap Metal Recyclers, for supporting our broadcast for season 2020. The players just resting up for this second period, and we'll hopefully be able to take a break here because in just a matter of minutes, the players will be back up on the ice ready for the third period, the last 15-minute period, to see whether the Blackhawks can equal it up or will the Flyers Blue be able to pull away to a great victory and go to equal top spot on the ladder. We'll be back shortly.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.
Welcome back to the Cockburn Ice Arena, part of round 4 of IHWA Premier League action. This is a second match in the schedule, the Blackhawks and the Flyers Blue. It's the Flyers Blue leading 2-1 in what has been an exciting and tight contest. Just recap the goal scorers for you now. Andrew Cox scoring the first, about 8 minutes into that first period. And Cox, with a good breakaway into that offensive zone, was able to get a good slap in and get the first goal on the board. It was a just reward for some hard work on that attacking zone. Then 2 minutes later, of course, you had Jamie Woodman, the Perth Thunderstar, making the most of a sloppy bit of play from the Flyers Blue. Turnover, effective, and was able to break away to that attacking zone and score off his own puck brilliantly. And that was a nice goal off his own hands to level the scores some 2 minutes later after that first Flyers Blue goal. And then it would take about 20 to 21 minutes for the next goal because it was very tight and the defence was very ruthless, not giving an inch to either side in making sure that their momentum was maintained. But when the puck was able to get to the centre of the attacking zone for the Flyers Blue, David Koala was left unarmed and unhinged and was able to slap it long and hard into the net and was able to get a second one for the Flyers Blue to take back the lead. And the players are coming back onto the rink now, getting set for this final period. It's the final 15-minute period of the match. And the question is, can the Flyers Blue be able to maintain that lead, or will the Blackhawks put on some of a comeback, or sort of a comeback, and steal the points? And remember, with the Flyers Orange winning against the Chiefs earlier on, they will be equal on top of the ladder, the winner of this clash, the Blackhawks against Flyers Blue, but there will be a goal difference in favour of the Flyers Orange, having scored 6 goals against 4 for the Chiefs earlier tonight. A remarkable come from behind win. They were 3-1 down, the Flyers Orange, earlier, and then they scored 5 unanswered goals to 1 in the remainder of the game, and they produced a marvellous come from behind victory, testament to the depth of that Flyers Orange side, and they deserve to be on top of the ladder at the moment. In this battle here, we'll see second place at stake on goal difference, but one of these teams will be equal on 6 points. But keep in mind, you've got the Sharks and the Vikings. That game will be going on right now. And of course, you want to check this finish out. We're going to be in for a great third period between these two sides, both with great depth. Blackhawks and the Flyers Blue, two good attacking sides, but what we have seen is some very good defence. With a little added physicality too, but that's what you would expect at any level of ice hockey, especially here in Western Australia. Players getting back into their positions now. Flyers Blue breaking up from their huddle. Referees in position. We're all set for an outstanding third period, coming to you live on Facebook via Front Row Screens and DRN1 Perth Radio. And thanks to our wonderful broadcast partners, CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers. We thank them for coming on board for season 2020. And isn't it great to have live and local sport back? It's going to be Graham versus Andrew Cox in the first face-off. Final period underway. 2-1, the Flyers Blue lead. Campbell, the first, could control that one. The pass going towards Ross. But that one bouncing off the walls, and the Blackhawks are able to control. Oh, Woodman almost tripping up there. In fact, he does. Ross able to look for the centering pass, but picked off brilliantly there by Grover. Grover towards Campbell. Going in unmanned towards the attacking zone. Heavily bumped there from Koala. A little bit of stick checking towards the centre. That pass picked off. Woodman able to get the high chip in. No call by the umpire. And now Koala from behind the goals. Gets a nice high chip out to Cox. Picked off now. Under pressure there was by Casey Minson. Minson centering the puck out towards Campbell. His shot saved brilliantly by McCann. Deflecting off his pads, and now the Flyers Blue are looking to clear out. Slapping it hard towards centre ice. Here's Cox. Cox going towards Kiros. Kiros with the slap shot. Oh, just off the red rim there. That was almost a big goal and would have put them up 3-1. But Koala able to control from centre ice. Picked off brilliantly there by Woodman. A little bit of checking off the walls. And Kiros now scrambling to get a pass in. And Woodman is able to get clear. He's got McMahon in support. And Cuthbert from the wings is able to get that one loose towards the wall and back into that defensive third. They'll freeze it for a bit, but not for long. Mead and Cox slapping it long. On his knees, McCann with a good save. And Richie Lamb getting that one clear towards centre ice. Nearly clearing the bench in the process. Nirich checked hard from behind there by Hammond. Scrambling for that puck. Who's going to get first to it? It's a tight battle out there. It's cleared. And the Blackhawks, through Mead and Cox, are able to get that one in. Long chip towards the goals. That one no good. Lamb sending that one along the walls. Nirich and Kiros now. Anthony Nirich receiving that pass from Kiros. Lamb from the wings. And now just freezing it up, slowing it down. Nice slap towards Wilson. Wilson off the walls, but that one's going to be an icing, yes. And that will be back to the Blackhawks attacking zone for a face-off. Two goals to one in favour of the Flyers blue. Remember, if it's tied, we go to overtime. And that would mean the first goal in that period wins the match. But at the moment, it's 2 goals to 1 in favour of the Flyers blue. Even Stevens face off there, but the Flyers blue emerge from it through Wilson. Picked off brilliantly there by Grover. But now the Flyers blue have it again through Jeffries. Jeffries under pressure there from Campbell. Campbell does it brilliantly, and Davidson only as far as the Flyers blue now. Slapping it hard towards the attacking zone. And again, another icing call. Nope, plays on. Yes, it is an icing call. And that will mean going back to that attacking zone for the Blackhawks, and another face-off will commence. It's going to be Davidson and Jeffries in this face-off. Davidson for the Blackhawks. Jeffries winning that one out for the Flyers blue. Skating brilliantly. Nurich. Nice flick towards Jeffries. Now they're in attack. The Jeffries, brilliant body check there from Casey Minson. Disrupting Jeffries on his tracks. The long pass, bouncing off the walls. Big slap there from Nurich, and that's going to allow the Flyers blue an opportunity. It was a 3-on-1, but the Blackhawks pushing back towards their defensive third and causing the turnover. Another piece of good work. Wilson handling it out. Wilson goes only as far as Campbell, or Grover, I should say. Campbell with the long slap towards the wall. And now from the boards, here's Koala for the Flyers blue. Koala, nice 360. Koala just freezing the puck out there. He didn't want to freeze it too long. But now it's back with the Blackhawks on the defensive zone. Woodman, quick flick out towards Grover. Off the walls. McCann almost coming out of the box there, but was able to get back there just in time. Blackhawks now, Flyers blue through Cox out to Kiros. Kiros going with the one hand, looking for the centre pass towards Koala. That shot just high off the goals. And Grover for the Blackhawks. And he's unmanned there. The goals were unmanned for the moment. But the Flyers blue very lucky through McCann to make the save. Brilliantly done. Again, another save from McCann under pressure. He's worked hard on the goals tonight. Koala's pass off the side of the stick. Goals, and again, that's poor communication from the Blackhawks. That could cost them a goal. No, it doesn't. Minson, courageous save there. Man, has he worked hard as well. Both goalies have really earned their applause tonight. Nurich towards Minson, and that's another save. And that'll mean a face-off towards the Flyers blue attacking third. A vital chance now for the Flyers blue. They're leading 2-1. Just under 10.5 minutes to go. And a couple of Flyers blue coming back to the bench, namely Wilson and Nurich. And now Nurich again. Long slap, just wide of the goals. Lamb. Going in hard there was Jeffries and Cox. Woodman. And now Minson. Now they're in attack. Looking for a centre pass. McMahon's in support. That one just goes through McMahon. And now Andrew Cox picks that one up. And now Ross. Bruce Ross controlling. Spinning round, but that one picked off by McMahon. There's 2 Flyers blue in that situation, and in front position there was Liam Jeffries. Minson making the crucial save, and now going behind the goals is Woodman. Long high chip going in the direction of Mead and Cox. Saved by McMahon just in the nick of time. And that will mean a face-off. And again, that high chip allowed Mead and Cox to go in unmanned. He was back to the puck, the furthest away, and he was wide open to try and make the opportunity count, but that puck just out of his reach, allowing McCann to make the easy save. And there's a few delays there before the face-off, but the face-off gets underway. Flyers blue winning that one through Nurich. And now the Nurich boys able to get out of the boards. That one almost tangled through the net there. Here's Wilson going round the goals, clearing out. through centre ice. Nice little pass to Nurich, almost out of his reach. And getting in front position there was Hammond. Hammond meeting that one. Hammond and Nurich scrambling for it behind the goals. And now Hammond again, winning that battle. McMahon providing some support, and there he is. Good work by McMahon, getting into the front of that one. Now Goulds shooting that one, and that goes wide. Flyers Blue doing everything they can to hold on in defence, and it's working for them at the moment. They've maintained the lead for the first 5 minutes of this final period. What can they do in the last 9? Penetrating the centre, and there's icing. And that will mean a face-off back into that attacking zone for the Blackhawks. This is their chance now to level the scores, but they've got to make sure they break away from what has been a tough Flyers Blue defence. Face off again is going to be Grover up against Cox. Cox flicks that one back towards Koala. Going from behind the goals. Koala looking for the slap. And he does go towards Jordan Campbell. Campbell with the pass just out of Cox's reach. Woodman getting that one out too quickly there, I reckon, is Paul Graham. Nice physical action there between Koala and Grover, the two number 3s. That puck scrambling hard. McMahon getting the slap. No good. Grover trying very hard, but here's Minson. Minson shoots. There's a scramble for it at the corner. And coming up to meet it there is Andrew Cox. Cox going through centre ice. Looking for the centre pass. He's got Jeffries in support. Not needed. That shot bouncing off the walls. Here's Nurich meeting that one. Up against Casey Minson. And Nurich. He's got Koala. Not needed this time. Changing the direction. Looking for the pass from behind. But making the intercept brilliantly there is Woodman. Breaks through one. Going through centre ice. Nicely handled. Now he's in attack. Woodman looking for Campbell. Campbell checks the stick. Looking for the centre pass. He's got McMahon in that direction. But nicely picked off there by Cox. And now the Flyers Blue want their opportunity. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Favouring the Blackhawks. The puck comes out there through Graham. But that's going to go only as far as Campbell for the Flyers Blue. And now Koala will have a chance to clear out. They've got 2 numbers back in that defensive zone. The Blackhawks have also got 2. Nurich, that puck coming loose. 2-on-1, that's another icing. Going back to the attacking third for the Blackhawks now. McMahon and Jeffries with the face-off. McMahon winning that one. He flicks it out back. And now Goulds. Goulds from that defensive third. His pass bouncing off the walls. Nice little flick towards McMahon. That was from Metten Cox. McMahon with the shot. That one's picked off. And McMahon will have another chance. Scramble for it from the goal line. And now Goulds again. Goulds with a long slap. Does he get it this time? No! Cuthbert again with the attempt, but no good. McCann saving 2 in that quick passage. Letting that puck go. No icing call. That's good. That's good officiating there. They've been spot on tonight. Meeting Cox. Blackhawks need this one to tie things up. Meeting Cox goes unmanned on that offensive third. Slap shot there from Hammond. That one blocked off. And Goulds. Goulds freezing it back to that defensive zone. And now they need to get clear, the Blackhawks, if they want to have a chance of tying things up. But that one coming off the side. Wilson, back to Wilson. Does he get it? No, was tripped up. And the Blackhawks clear momentarily. Blackhawks need one desperately to tie things up. A Flyers Blue goal, and that would seem unlikely to come back from. Hard body check. Good God almighty. Zane Neal went down like a sack of spuds. No, that was Isaac Davidson there. That check coming from Koala. The physicality's really starting to amp up here. The shot coming from Davidson. That one saved from McCann. They're doing everything they can, the Blackhawks, to tie this one up. Davidson now. Long slap, but that goes only as far as Campbell. Campbell spinning around. Going from behind the goals. He needs to clear it out, and does. Koala. Blackhawks have got 3. Flyers blue 2 in that defensive third. The puck comes loose, bouncing off the boards. And that's going to mean another icing there. And so the Blackhawks can count themselves lucky in that passage, but they do have it back in their zone. This is their chance to tie things up. Close to 5 minutes left in this final period. It's been tight. It's been close between these sides, fighting it out for second place on the ladder. Here's the face-off. Grover winning that one out. He flicks it out back to Woodman. He scored one early. He would love another one. That one just coming off the legs. And the Blackhawks are able to have another opportunity despite the Flyers blue clearing that one out. Woodman towards Grover. Grover with the one hand, checking that one clear to the path of Graham. Graham and Koala. Nirich is there for support. Koala clearing that one out brilliantly through centre ice. Nice handling of the puck. Needs to control. Kiros now. Kiros with a high chip. That one no good. And that's going to allow Neal. Neal on the stretch. That pass going clear to Graham. That was a clever high chip. Getting back to that offensive zone for the Blackhawks, but only momentarily. Cox, who scored the first one earlier. Cox, nice quick pass. Out to Kiros. Controlling with the one hand. Centering it, but blocked off. Blackhawks clear again. Jordan Grover. Nice pass on the opposite hand. Allowing Graham to have an opportunity. Long shot. That one just wide. And the Flyers blue can live to fight another day for the moment. Again, brilliant offensive work. That one allowing Kiros to look for the slash. Does he make it? No. Minson again. Oh, by the nearest of millimetres. But it's only as far as Cox. And Cox gets his second. That was a crucial moment there. Minson thought he had it saved, but that puck just slipping out of his hands. Cox making the most of the opportunity and slashing it to the net for a 3-1 lead, and that may be the sealer for the Flyers blue. Such a crucial time in the match, and the Flyers blue able to counter that opportunity by Minson with another shot, and that may possibly be thank your mother for the Rabbits. Flyers blue leading 3-1 with just over 4 minutes remaining. Suffice to say, the Blackhawks need a miracle. They need 2 goals in 5 minutes. One of them would need to be right now. And there is obstruction. Nope, that puck just going over the boards there. And that will be a restart of play. And we will have a face-off on the attacking zone for the Blackhawks. Or the Flyers blue, I should say. Just on the neutral line. McMahon winning that one out. Flyers blue pushing forward to defend. They do it brilliantly. Jeffries controlling the puck brilliantly, but mishandled. McMahon going to Cuthbert. Cuthbert from the wings. McMahon centering the pass. He shoots. No! Saved again by McCann. Just under 4 minutes to go. Another one here could really put the killer blow. Nirich, high chip, well handled by Wilson, but not good enough, I'm afraid. And here's Golds. Out to Woodman. Woodman and Meddon Cox combining. Woodman running in unhinged towards the attacking zone. Hard check there from Campbell. Well, that was Nirich, I should say. Woodman unhinged. Maintaining control, going towards the centre. He shoots. No, it goes wide again. But now they have another chance, the Blackhawks. Here's Campbell. Campbell from the wings. He's got to look for Woodman. He goes in that direction. He's going to go long, just off the stick of Wilson. Jeffries' pass, picked off. Allowing Minson. Minson with the long shot. McCann with the save. Oh, he's worked brilliantly in the last couple of periods. And he could be the big difference in this match. And that's going to mean a face-off in the Flyers blue attacking zone. Graham winning that face-off for the Blackhawks. That one just flicked towards the goals. McCann with another save. And that will mean a second face-off in the same area. What a crucial goal it was by Andrew Cox just a few minutes ago. Minson thought he had it, just slipped out of his hands. Cox taking every chance he can, flicking that one to the net and giving his team a 3-1 lead. Koala, maybe one more. Koala through centre ice. He's going to look for the long slap. Brilliantly saved by Minson. And now the Blackhawks, they can get clear. Here's Grover. Grover going in unhinged towards the attack. Nice work with the stick. Going around the goals, looking for McMahon for support. The puck comes loose now. Back to centre ice. Here's Minson. Minson going out to Goulds. Goulds with a high chip. That one going around the goals. McCann out of his area. He wouldn't want to be out there for too long. Koala getting that one out. Jeffries now. Campbell and Grover. Grover from the wings. Going around the boards. And now Paul Graham. Unhinged. He's got to look for that long slap, but he's under pressure now. Graham doesn't slap it long, but he's under pressure now from Cox. Good use of the body, good checking. And now he can get clear out of that defensive third. We're inside the last 2 minutes of this match. Kiros making the most of every chance. Skates through the centre. Can he make the shot? No. Brilliant work by Goulds in defending. Brilliant body checking from Goulds there to not allow Kiros to have an easy chance of that shot. And now he gets clear. Kiros and Goulds. Goulds fighting hard there. That shot again saved off the knee of McCann. And does he get the goal in? No. He was able to hold on to that one, was McCann, and we are able to get another face-off. Again, McCann has really shown a ton of courage and, dare I say it, he's shown some balls of steel tonight in the goalie's position. Inside the last 90 seconds, it seems unlikely now that the Blackhawks may get 2 goals on the run. The Flyers Blue have worked really hard. They've contained Woodman and McMahon tonight. They have really earned that win tonight. McCann just getting himself ready behind the goals. A little bit of a delay in the game, but face-off comes in now. Winning that one is Jeffries. Lamb with a long slap. Going to Nurich from the wings. Under pressure from McMahon. Almost body checked heavily there, but they were able to get clear. Nice pass there from Jeffries out to Wilson. Wilson under pressure there. Brilliant pressure there from Minson. And Minson can provide an opportunity, but Jeffries again clearing that one out for the Flyers Blue. High chip in the Wilson direction. He's first to it. Nice use of the skates there, but the pressure from the Blackhawks has allowed McMahon to pick that one off. McMahon, nice control of the stick. Just loses his skates there on the ice. Almost body checked. Getting first to that one is Woodman. Woodman who scored the Blackhawks' only goal. A mishandle, almost allowing Kiros to handle that one, which, yes, he does. Good work with the stick from Kiros. One-on-one between himself and Woodman. And now the Flyers Blue can get clear. Little slap towards the Jeffries direction, but only as far as Cuthbert. That puck going along the boards. They can tick the clock down. That's an icing, but I don't think it'll matter to the Flyers Blue for the moment. Because the Flyers Blue, they've had to work hard for their win tonight, and they will get second place on the ladder. They've had 3 goals scored for them. They've only got 1 against them, and that'll boost their goal difference quite significantly. And they will overtake the Blackhawks into second place on the Premier League ladder. And they've really earned the win tonight. Face-off being won by Jeffries. Out the clear to Kiros, and that just adds the icing on the cake. Jeffries winning that face-off, flicking that one out back to Kiros with the slap and getting the easy goal there. Lovely goal from Kiros, and that makes it 4-1 for the Flyers Blue. Just the icing on the cake for this side. And boy, did they need that one. And they got it. And that is the added killer blow handed out by the Flyers Blue in this game. It was 2-1 at the end of the second. Looked like we were going to be in for a tight contest. But the Flyers Blue, they've turned on the gears in that third and final period. And they were able to add 2 unanswered goals. The shot there coming from Davidson. Again, well saved by McCann to his left. He's really earned those stripes tonight. We're inside the last 15 seconds. This will be a great win for the Flyers Blue. They'll get a good boost to their goal difference. And they will have second place. Just ahead of the Flyers Blue. Just ahead of the Blackhawks, I should say. In fact, we'll have a second check of that in just a matter of moments. They've got 3 more goals compared to the Flyers Orange tonight. Kiros with a long shot. Just misses, but that won't matter. The final buzzer goes. An amazing win to the Flyers Blue. And they'll be equal on goal difference and on points with the Flyers orange after this win tonight. 4-1 in this match. The Blackhawks held to just one after the first period, but the determination of that Flyers blue side earned them that win. Cox getting 2, Koala getting 1, and also Jordan Kyrgios adding that final killer blow late in that final period to inflict a 4-1 win. Although we thought it was going to be close at the end of that second period, it was the Flyers blue that handed it out with 2 more goals against that run. Well, what a great game it has been here tonight at the Cockburn Ice Arena. We thank you very much for your company here on Front Row Screens and on DRN1 Radio. And thanks to our broadcast partners, CD Dodd Scrap Metal Recyclers, for what has been another marvellous broadcast here on Facebook Live. The final scores tonight here on Friday Night Ice Hockey at the Cockburn Ice Arena: 4, the Flyers blue, to the Blackhawks 1. On behalf of Ivo, Ryan, Matt and the team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from the Cockburn Ice Arena, and we'll see you back here next week for more ice hockey action.
If you need it live streamed, you need Front Row Screens. Visit frontrowscreens.com.au.